In this video, I will show you how to install an operating system inside a virtual machine. This is a virtual machine I just created. If I start the virtual machine, okay, this is way of installing an operating system is just following this warning here. And the first time we start a virtual machine, it asks me for an ISO file. An ISO file is an image of a CD, of a hard, it's like an image of a hard drive with all the information we need for installing the operating system. Each operating system will have its own ISO file. And where can I get the ISO file? It depends. You need to go to the web for each operating system. For example, in Windows, you have here a page for downloading Windows 11. For Ubuntu Mate, that's the one we will be using. You have a page for downloading the ISO image. So for example, this is the 64 bits, sorry. This is the version I want, and then I can make a direct download, and it will be downloading here a very big file, very big file with all the information, all the files I need to install the operating system. Once I have the file I need to install the operating system, let me open here in the background. Okay, once I have this file, I need to select the file here for from the place where I downloaded it in my hard drive. Here, for example, this is the Ubuntu Mate ISO file. Mount and retrieve boot. Then in this case, it's like booting from a USB dongle or from a CD. Here, if I do that, then it will, sorry, it keeps opening the virtual machine in the other monitor. Here, this is the window I have for installing the operating system. Okay, in this case, you just need to follow the instructions for installing, and then the virtual machine will ask you for some information. I'm not covering that because it's very easy to install Ubuntu Mate, for example, or Windows 11. You only need to follow the different steps, and you will end with the operating system installed. While this is installing, I will show you another way of installing operating systems in a virtual machine. When I create a new operating machine, a new virtual machine here, sample 2, for example, you can select an ISO image here. So for example, if I select the same ISO, then I have it here is the unattended installation. VirtualBox can install the operating system for me without me needing to be following the different steps of installing the operating system. So I can skip, if I doesn't check this, then VirtualBox will try to install the operating system for me. So in the next window, then I will have the username of some information it needs for installing the operating system. For example, I could say user for the username and password. I could install the guest additions. We will talk about them later. And the name of the computer, the domain name, and in this case, okay, I don't know why it's fading. Because the host name, I can have spaces here. Next, I select the same things, the virtual hard drive, and then it will run my virtual machine and will try to do an unattended installation. So in this case, I won't need to touch anything, and VirtualBox will install the operating system without me doing anything. Okay, this will be the unattended installation. I will stop this. In this case, I can save the machine state. So in the when I return to the machine, it will open in the point it was installing the operating system. Here, for example, is manual installation, I can pick install Ubuntu Mate. I can select the keyboard layout. Probably you will need to a Spanish layout here. Spanish layout. Then it asks you more information, normal installation, download updates, everything. You can, it's enough with the default options here. It will ask you for some options in the hard drive. It will ask for the user. So let me wait a little bit to show you the full installation process. Okay, I will use all the disks for installing the Ubuntu Mate. I will write whatever. Remember that you are working with a virtual hard drive. This is not modifying your real hard drive. As some options, the zone and whatever. And then user one, virtual computer. And yeah, I recommend you to choose a easy to remember user and password combination and login automatically, because we are using this only for the course and you don't need a lot of security here. And if you lost the password, it will be very difficult for you to recover the virtual machine. And after that, I think I'm done. And then after some time, it will end with an operating system installed. So the next time well, if this takes a couple of minutes, so I can remember that I can close the machine, I can save the state. In this case, it will make a dump of the memory. It will create a dump of the memory in a file, so I can recover the machine in the same state later. So it is saving the state. It takes a little bit. So let's wait a couple of seconds until in the end. Okay, so it has stopped, and now I am restoring. Well, this is the wrong one. This is the unattended installation. So in this one, if I start the machine, it will start at the same point I stop the installation. I can discard the memory dump for starting like a new boot. So here I start, okay, and it's restoring the virtual machine at the same point I was in the installation. So it's useful in case you have an installation that takes too long. And this is a way of installing an operating system inside a virtual machine. I won't recommend you the unattended installation because sometimes it fails and gives some problems, and it's better for you to get used to installing an operating system by hand, and it's not very difficult. You can see all the steps of the process.